2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots of ups,
let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard that
You're acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Oh.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it now.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Brent, some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys, and all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan.
On purpose.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. I got it. Now Sacramento starting 5. Bagley is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Young, then it's Hield. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Dunn against Young. Dunn passes to Levine. Over Hield. Sacramento grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Away from home, you got to execute it, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Here's Thompson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Thompson's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Kings. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Jordan against Carter. He kicks to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Sacramento now. Hield outside. Pass to Thompson. Pops it up for Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here is Carter. 9 points last game out. It's stolen by Bagley. And Thompson launches it from deep. Carter pulls it in. Bulls have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Durant kicks to Dunn. The pass to Markkanen. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number 5, the Bulls.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And, guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now Dunn, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Unloads. Gets an open look and hits.
I love how Dunn is constantly looking for his shot. A patient but effective shooter from there.
Young against Dunn. And yes, it's good.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
And I'm loving the recognition, right? He simply takes what the defense allows. That's a smart move.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Here's Dunn. No good with the triple.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Young. Sweet little floater. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Carter kicks to Dunn. Good defensive work there by Young.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
And a moment here to see the numbers for DeAndre Jordan. 2nd in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean. Ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Now here's Hield. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And yes, it's good.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 8-point game. The one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So you got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Bulls trail by 10. Pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine looking to end the run. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Young finds Jordan. Now Bagley. Healed outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bagley. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Dunn kicks to Levine. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Some changes here for the Kings. He's checked in for Jordan. Harry Giles comes in for Bagley, and Trey Burke subbed in for Heel. Now here's Burke. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bulls trail by 10. Durant kicks to Portis. Pass to Melton. To the wing right side. Thompson against Portis. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
And here are the Kings now. They're on a 17-7 run. Young outside. And he gets the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Melton. Passes it to Hammonds. Outside Durant. Stolen. Thompson against Durant. Now the pass to Burke from 11 feet away. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Burke's got his first basket.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Here's Melton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kings leading now by 12. Young taking his time here. Pass to Giles. Kicks it to Burke. Here's Giles. Clock at 6. Now, here is Young. Defense right on him. No good, but he's still shooting 75%. 6 of 8 from the floor. Thompson against Durant. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Leading by 12. Misses off the left iron. Durant with a wide open look. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
That's one of Durant's specialties. He can pull up off the drive and shoot right over you, not even knowing you're there.
And Young kicks to Thompson. Pass to Giles. Now here's Burke. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Thompson misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And now the Kings, fast break. Young with the ball. Here's Burke. True on the 14-footer. Burke's got his second basket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio, and that was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win, and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity where we really did feel coming off a Game 5 we were going to win. It certainly elevated the intensity of the Game 7, which we eventually won at home for our title in 2005.
November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. We take a look at the Warriors. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Sacramento, 3.5 back.
And I think for Sacramento, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
No doubt about that. It hasn't taken them any time to announce that they're a different team this year. One that's ready to take the next step and join the ranks of playoff contenders.
Chicago shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And the first one drops. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both shots good from the stripe. Sacramento with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Passes a little. Fires the 3. Was shot missing. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Now here's Hield. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 3 to shoot. The 11-footer. Here's Jordan. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now here's Valentine. Covered by Hield. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Dunn right side. Lets it go from 14. The offensive rebound. That cuts the lead to single digits. Carter's got his first points of the game.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Burke. Hield outside. Bagley with the ball. Markkanen on him. Bagley with the bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Dunn right side. Now here's Markkanen. D right on him. Levine looking around. 4 on the shot clock. Over Hield. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Dunn. He's really stood out for them over the past month, averaging 12 points, 7 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
Bagley the pass to Hield. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him, as they get better, are helping Buddy Hield out.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Hield. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Levine, 5 points in the game. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. Poked away. Markkanen passes to Dunn. Yep, that one goes.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Stolen by Carter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine can't hit.
And somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Jordan finds Hield. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Outside, Levine. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Sacramento up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
Kings leading now by 12. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, Giles is out there with B. Then it's the Machine. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard. The pass to Valentine. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Burke. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Burke with the ball for Sacramento. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Now, here's Burke. 9 points last game out. Yep, it counts.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Melton passes to Valentine. Here's Melton, covered by Heel. Here's Melton. He averages about 5 points a game. He kicks to Carter. Lets it go from 14. And it's off the back rim. No good. Kings leading now by 14. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 6. Here's Little. Valentine grabs the board. And Chicago's shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Kicks it to Carter. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
That's good from Valentine. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Kings leading now by 12. Burke kicks to Giles. He dishes it to Heel. Pass to Little. Releases from 15. That one doesn't go. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's Melton. Burke covering. The 9-foot shot. And he gets the jumper to drop. Melton's got 6 points.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Healed outside. Down low. Goes up with a stripe. Bull, that's good. Bull's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, not a mismatch until you exploit it. That's exactly what he did there from the mid-range.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Bulls.
And the corner three has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range triple.
Melton passes to Carter. Right side, Portis passes it to Melton. Carter outside. And here is Portis. 5 to shoot. Here's Melton. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. This is to Carter. The pass to Valentine. Shot clock at 5. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Denzel Valentine. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
That's good from Valentine. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now, here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Three-pointer, heel. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 3 assists tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Tries a 3, and the Bulls with another miss. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Passed a little. Here's Giles. Here's the machine. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. 4th, the Kings.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And he can't get the first one. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
And so here's Sacramento following Durant's 3-point attempt. Here's the machine defended by Durant. Here's Little. Rebound by the Bulls. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Outside, Levine. Durant against Thompson. Over Thompson. That's short off the rim.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Markkanen following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Levine. Bagley with the rebound. Kings leading now by 15. Here's the machine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young with the ball. That's tipped. Young against Dunn. Pass to Markkanen. The dish now to Levine. Dunn kicks to Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
Right side, Jordan. Here's Young. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's 15 points for Trae Young.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Got that one up quick.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Right side, Jordan. Thompson outside. Shoots. Again, Sacramento.
Yeah, you got to stay in front of Clay. If you're going under the screen and he recognizes that, you're going to get scored on.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Passes to Durant. Over Thompson. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Kevin Durant.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Drills it from outside.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Now here's Levine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Markkanen. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Young outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
You know, the cleverness Young possesses is just uncanny. Puts the defense in a bind whenever he drives it to the rack.
2. First one falls for him.
Just a bright young offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
Carter, he's checked in for Portis. And a change for Sacramento. Hields checked in. And so Young nails them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
To the inside. Here's Carter, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And the first one drops. Carter hits them both. Now Durant. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Here's Markkanen. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Now here's Markkanen. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Done with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hield. Young against Dunn. Dunn against Young. Shot clock at 6. Releases. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The pass to Durant. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Now here's Hield. 10 points for him. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Levine. Lobs it up for Levine.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And so Young will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Bagley the pass to Young. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. Lays it up off the glass.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Now here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. Teardrop shot. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss. Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Levine kicks to Carter. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
Sacramento leading by 20.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And so Young nails them both. Well, Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant, the pass to Carter. Back to Durant. Wide open shot is on the money. Durant's got 12.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That's good from Young. And so Young nails them both. Here's Dunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn. It's Durant on the wing. over Thompson. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's the Sacramento Kings cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 28 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count. That means taking care of the ball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half.
Yeah, it's just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. He is great at finding ways to create these calls.
2 shots. 2.
That's good from Young. And so Young nails them both. Now here's Dunn. He kicks it to Markkanen. Outside Durant. Pass to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Jordan Scott, rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
And the ability to drive and get to the rim is one of the reasons why Buddy Hield rarely has an off night. Even if his shot isn't going in, he can take it to the rack to find some points.
Now here's Levine. Looking to end his cold spell, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Hield kicks to Bagley. Outside Jordan. Pass to Young. And here's Levine. Durant deciding where to go with it. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's done, penetrating. The shot will not fall.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
It's stolen by Carter. Durant against Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And so how is it that you avoid fouling Durant? I'm not sure. The guy has so many tools in the toolbox.
The Bulls have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Durant.
It's pretty evident to see that Kevin Durant is driven to be a great player, but it's his love for the game. The passion he has for basketball is something that's just off the charts. I know he's anxious to have another great competitive year in the NBA.
Durant hits them both. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And Young kicks to Jordan. Back to Young. And stolen by Dunn. Bucket is good. That's now 32 points for Trae Young.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad. They look frustrated, 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Hield outside. Kicks it to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot over Durant. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Bulls have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And stolen by Jordan. And now Sacramento on the break. Thompson against Durant. Thompson dishes to Young. Clock at 6. Carter with the block.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Levine against Hield.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Durant finds Levine. Out to Carter. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 3. Takes it off the glass. Markkanen's got his first bucket of the night.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Chicago calls timeout. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
against Young. Here's Durant. The shot missing. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Hield against Levine. Here's Young. He's got 32. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Klay Thompson is tall for a guard, so you want to utilize any advantage you have. That time height came into play.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Thompson.
We know Klay Thompson is a top-tier shooter. He's got incredible form, a great release, but he's also unselfish by example and plays well within this system.
And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
To the inside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Marketing, absorbing the contact. He's really good at staying with his shot through that contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
1 shot. One shot, gentlemen.
And Markkanen is a perfect candidate for that stretch 4. Outstanding at pulling the trigger from deep and not afraid to go inside and bang with the other bigs.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 6 over Carter. Second chance shot, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Shot's good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Machines check in for Hield. And that one misses.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great.
It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Melton. Outside Durant. Latre. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bagley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And stolen by Portis. Here's Melton. He's got 8. Now the pass to Valentine. He kicks it to Durant. Over Thompson. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Now, here's Bagley. He's got 6. Young up top. Shot clock at 6. Out to Thompson. The 3. Rebound by Hammonds. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Inside. Out to the wing. Thompson against Durant. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Shot clock at 3. Now off the inbound and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. That one on Thompson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
DeAnthony Melton. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
First one falls for him. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Little. Sacramento again missing.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And Sacramento has possession. Young passes to Bagley. Over to the wing. Sacramento moving it around. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one drops. Young's got 34.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Melton passes to Portis. Durant against Thompson. Releases from 15, and it's good. 2 points. 20 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
Durant against Thompson. It's on target from the high post. Thompson's got 11.
Somewhat remote odds of Klay Thompson missing on that kind of attempt. Just chalk it up.
Outside Portis. At the top of the key, Durant. Here's Melton, defended by Young. Melton, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Young outside. Pass to Little. From deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Young outside. Durant with it. 20 points for him. Up top, Portis. Durant against Thompson. Durant, that's good. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Timeout. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Look at the machine. Such quick hands. Second in the NBA.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Now, here's Burke. He has 6, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. Now here's Burke. Dunn covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Burke the pass to Bull.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Pass to Dunn. On the wing, Levine. Covered by Heel. Poke loose. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
To the middle. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 12 in the game.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Giles the pass to Bull. Here's Little. The three-pointer, no good. Bulls trail by 21. In the corner, it's Levine. Pass to Hammonds. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Dunn looking over the floor. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Portis can't get it to go. Sacramento leading by 21. Hield outside. He dishes it to Burke. Back to Hield. Levine inside the three-point line. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hield outside. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First one falls for him. Good on both. 6 seconds left in the third. For 3, Levine. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Sacramento sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete performance this has been. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got B. Giles is out there with the machine. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Young in at the 1. Sacramento leading by 21 to the paint. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh, that
guy.
23.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Giles. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot, find the lanes.
And so he hits the technical free throw. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Sacramento moving it around. 6 to shoot. Here's Burke, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Trey Burke. Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He's off on the first. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft, and Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old? I know
in the NBA draft. Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Markkanen kicks to Valentine. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Chicago ball.
One shot, gentlemen.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Sinks the three-pointer.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
Bull. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. To the middle. Valentine shot good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Kings leading now by 21. Young outside. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
Well, one of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Sacramento with the ball. Denzel Valentine missing his last shot. Here's the machine, defended by Portis. 5 on the clock. Fires at the elbow. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And there's the pass to Valentine. To the inside. Right side, Portis. From deep three-point range, Sacramento grabs the miss. Young outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Melton. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look at Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Mm-hmm. And here's Young after the three-pointer from Bobby Portis. Pass to Giles. Passes it to Bull. Here's Burke. Misses off the right eye. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Melton passes to Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close range shot over the top of the D.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Offensive rebound. Lays it up and banks it in.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Timeout called by the Kings. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys to express their views and social concerns. You like that?
I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Here's Thompson after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Pulls up, high post, and he connects with the jumper. And it's 13 points for Klay Thompson.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Here's the machine, defended by Durant. Giles the pass to Little. Down low. Nice shot by Thompson.
Never see Klay Thompson react too much. Very calm, very cool, and he's collecting points right now.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago. Lobs it up for Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Burke. Here's Giles. to the paint and stolen by Portis. And it goes down 2 points.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Dishes it to Levine. Done outside. Clock at 6. Outside Portis. Levine inside the three-point line. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
And the shot goes down. Now done. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Outside, Levine. Kicks it to Durant. Over Thompson, and it's Durant, that time on the assist by Levine. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
This is what Durant does best, a natural-born scorer, and that combination of size, speed, and length can't slow it down.
Here's the machine. Now, here's Burke. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. From 13, and the jumper is on the mark. Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Dunn kicks to Durant. Another steal. And here is Burke to the wing right side. Giles, the pass to Bull. Burke with it, right wing. There's the pass to Bull. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Levine. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Physically.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
And the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in, and so Levine nails both of them. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Young finds Jordan. Thompson against Durant. Thompson passes to Hield. That one, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And here is Dunn following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Over Young. And again, Chicago, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He feeds it to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Here's Markkanen from 13 feet. It goes down.
And how about the D was excellent there. But Markkanen just so skilled. And with that size, still able to finish. Wow, this guy's got a chance to be special.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you with DeAndre Jordan, and this is the kind of win you would expect from your team against a sub-500 team. So what made the difference tonight?
I think it was our mindset coming out. We hit a tough little patch there. We knew with teams that we have the ability of beating, we just try to come out and just hit them early and just keep stepping on them.
They are flat as a pancake, DeAndre, after the performance tonight. Thanks. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.